Hello, my name is Jesse Allen and this is my presentation. Now the question I went after is it ethically acceptable for companies to employ child labour / very low wage labour? Now we're going to look at two sides. Now I decided to look at Britain, how child labour works in Britain and a third world country. Now here in Britain, a child is only allowed to work from the age of 13. And from the age of 13 they can only get into television, theatre and modelling. However, in this country, we wouldn't really call it child labour. We're just giving a job to a younger person, a younger child. So in this country, it's not much of a concern. So companies could really employ younger people to do certain things. Like a model company could employ someone that's 13. So it's ethically acceptable in this country if it's registered. Now, if we're going to talk about worldwide experience, here, there's a stat that says worldwide an estimated of 211 million children aged under 15 work. Now in the third world countries, children are employed under the age of 13. There's only two reasons why children under 18 are employed. First of all, it's cheap to hire them, and second of all, low wages are paid. Now, as I said, we're going to look at two sides of this argument. Two sides of this argument is it ethically acceptable, yes or no? Now UNICEF defines child labour as work that exceeds a minimal number of hours depending on the age of the child and the type of work. Such work is considered harmful to the child and should be therefore eliminated. Now when I looked into further research into child labour, I looked at one of the third world countries, which is India. Now in India, I discovered that children are pulled out of schools, out of their workplace, out of homes to go and work for certain companies. Now, listening to that itself is already sounding wrong. So in that circumstance, in that case, it will not be acceptable for you to pull out a child from their normal environment to come and work for your company or your business, and also giving them a low pay. Now I asked myself, the main question is it ethically acceptable? Companies in the third world country would easily allow child labour to happen. However, sometimes these children are sent by their parents to go work and make money. Sometimes they are sent by their parents. So reasoning for this, I would partly believe that they're sent by their parents is because of poverty and they need the money in their family or money to do certain things in their family. In the UK, labouring is only legal at the age of 13, as I mentioned at the beginning. That's just another point that I put down. But child labour may be acceptable if the work is appropriate, light and not harmful to the health or development of the child. So if the work that is set for the child is safe in terms of environment and what they're doing, and if they're paid fair, and if they're paid the way they're supposed to be paid, then I would not disagree with that, and I would say it's ethically acceptable. However, when children are taken advantage of long hours and low wages, then we have an issue right there. So my point of view is, because of their young age, children are less expensive to hire, less likely to protest on their working conditions anyway, or salaries, because here you can protest against your salary or anything you're earning or anything that's doing bad for yourself or for the company itself. However, these young children couldn't. Business are not bound by any regulations, and most companies tend to abuse the situation and literally exploit them. Now I say exploit them because these are young children, so you'd really have command over them. But is it ethically acceptable? Yes and no. Now to conclude to this point, I would say it's only ethically acceptable for businesses to employ child labour or employ children if it's used in a safe manner. Safety and health is checked. The environment that they work in is correct. Correct wages are paid, because at the beginning the question did go back to say, is it ethically acceptable for companies to employ child labour / very low wage labour? Now, I fully do not agree on very low wage labour, because if someone is doing 12 hours of work, they should get paid 12 hours of work and whatever amount that is. And this is my presentation. Thank you very much.